Sometimes we would learn a maimer in Chassidus, and then a maimer about his boinanas, being misboinen and moral kalam and soyev kalam, and how everyone should be misboinen every day, and etc. And then we'd finish off with say, he finished off with a krechts, oi halavai, say halavai. That halavai for Rabbi Raichik that was so emesdig, that was the biggest lesson. It penetrated me. It was so emesdig.
I was zeiche to be involved with him on a very dear subject that was close to him, and that was the subject of kashrus and doing things and making it better in the city and improving the whole standard. He did this with Mesiras Nefesh, literally. He had a lot of opposition, even internally, the people that he dealt with. I can't go into details, but I've been around and I've seen a lot of people, including Rabbonim and all kinds of people, and I can only say, I don't know if I've ever met someone that was totally without an agenda. His only agenda was Kvod Shemayim and doing what the Ribbono Shel Olam wants, and not only doing what the Ribbono Shel Olam wants for himself, how he can better, not Yiddishkeit in general, and kashrus that I dealt with him on specifically. I have such a spilus just from dealing with such a person, because you don't even find it in big Talmidei Chachamim, in great people. You don't find it to this extent.
So when I came here, I moved there about 10 years ago, straight from Yeshiva, from Yerushalayim, surrounded by Gedolim, real Gedolim. And I came here to town, and I felt lost. Who can I look up to? Who can I be Makabel from? Who can I look up to? And it was difficult. And then Hashem sent me Rabbi Raichik. But Rabbi Raichik, beside his geoines and halacha and chassidus, so many times while we were learning, I was able to listen to questions that you got. People called in on the phone asking questions, and they got an answer on the spot right away, a clear answer, clearly what to do. And sometimes he explained me why he passed in this way or the other way. Sometimes we discussed the halacha about it. Besides his geoines and halacha, besides his geoines and chassidus, to me, he was an emesdig person. He was a person truthful through and through. Emesdig, adarich and adarich. And this is what sold me to him. I looked up so much to him. He wouldn't say things, scheine dvar teure, scheine Sachen, scheine Gedanken, scheine Wort. What he said, he meant it. And he held there, and he wanted it. He said what he meant and what he wanted.
Learning with Rabbi Raichik was such a unique experience, because he was a master in Chassidus Chabad, but he was also a master at being able to give it over and to learn it in a simple manner with somebody who's just first starting to learn Chassidus Chabad. And as big as he was, he knew how to make himself small. And through this, I, Baruch Hashem, was able to start learning other things, start learning, Baruch Hashem, chitas.
My father, was a little bit older than Rabbi Raichik, but he had this feeling and this experience with Rabbi Raichik, which reminded him of the alte verzeitige Chassidische Rabbonim that he grew up with in his youth. And that's how he related to Rabbi Raichik as the real deal.
I distinctly remember that first Shabbos that we walked to shul after the end of the lockdowns. And when it was time for him to speak in shul, you could see him, he was a little bit agitated. And he said, why are we happy? What are we celebrating? The end of the lockdown? But we're still in Galus. We have to daven for the end of Galus. We have to daven for Mashiach. He never lost track of what the goal is.
And anything that he did, I was zoichet to hear so much from him and to understand certain things and learning. And this, the way his total being was a chiddush. It was something new, something that we don't see, at least I haven't seen, and I've been around quite a bit, and I've seen a lot. It's something that you don't see. People not care about anything else but the Rabbeinu Shalom. A normal person, a person that's funny, a person that you could talk to about any subject, a human being, to be of that level is something extraordinary and something that the Rabbeinu Shalom gives us the schus not every day to have in our midst. His loss is not just a loss for the people that daven in Levi Yitzchak or Chabad in general. The loss of his not being here is not just for every frum person in town. It's for Yiddishkeit, literally, for Yiddishkeit in general in Los Angeles. It's a tremendous, tremendous loss.